What's up, everybody? It's me, Feather. Welcome back to Feathered Leo Tarot, where it's Leo here all the time. It doesn't matter where it's at in your chart. If you're a cross watcher, come on in. It's podcast episode 450. Let's do this. If you're here, like it, share it, subscribe it, click the live chat button down below. Come say hello to me. I'm getting Danielle and Diana. So Danielle or Daniela, Diana, those are names coming through. Could be somebody you're dealing with. Could be you. You know, state, city, street name. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense for you. Let's drop it to the reading screen and let's talk about you and them. Let me shine up my table just a sec. Let's shine it up. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's get into it. What's up, Lioness? How you doing, beautiful? All right. We're in the reading screen. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Donations to love are always appreciated. Thank you so very much. And all of my information is in the chat, pinned at the top of the chat or in the description box below if you would like to get on my schedule. Leo, what's going on with you? Well, it looks like you're kind of defensive, standing your ground when it comes to this person. Looks like you are possibly being a little bit defensive, but we'll see what's happening, why this is happening. Okay. All right. So there is a connection here. I see a connection here, a nice connection. Could be friend, could be, a new connection, or you're talking about a relationship here. But it's almost as if you're blocking this connection from going further. You're no longer waiting on this connection, or you're no longer waiting on this to heal. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. Why is it you're no longer waiting on this to heal? Because you're happy with where you are, what you got going on. Okay, so it looks like you're happy, Leo. Sun is out. You're happy. You're no longer waiting on this person to communicate or to ask you out or to take things further. You're moving on. Okay. So it looks like you're happy about moving on. What happened in the past with this connection? Leo's definitely no longer waiting. I'm happy, says Lioness. I love that. Leo's, oh boy, there's grudginess here. So emotions weren't returned in this connection, or this person didn't return, whatever that means. I do feel there is blocked energy. So in regards to this connection, this relationship, this connection, things weren't changing. There was no emotional balance. So maybe somebody liked somebody and the other person didn't like the other person, whatever. Or it's a possibility that this person didn't return the feelings or didn't return to the connection. Okay. So at some point there were some things left up in the air. Some of you may have been juggled by this person, whether it was basically they didn't prioritize the connection. They may have confused you. There may have been a lot of confusion. There may have been a lot of indecision in the connection. Scorpio energy showing up. So you're showing me that you're happy. You're happy about moving on. No, I said stick with it. What about this person? Okay, so this person ended things, or this is over. This could be somebody from a distance, somebody long distance, somebody you met online. This person may travel. They may have had to move or relocate, but the King of Cups is in reverse. So this could be somebody, it's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I also got Capricorn, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Pisces. This person may have been manipulative, emotionally manipulative. They may have been emotionally closed off, emotionally imbalanced. They may have been a heavy drinker, whatever your case, you know it. But this person withdrew their feelings or emotions, or they weren't interested in them. For some of you, they may have been married or been dating somebody else. And they let this go. They didn't deepen a connection emotionally. So they shut the door on it, completely closed the door on it, and let it go. So this person is not holding on to an emotional connection. You may be thinking this is your soulmate, best friend, whatever, but if there is no communication or block communication, this person has let this go. It doesn't mean that they don't think about you or have feelings for you in some way. It's just when it comes to a connection, they shut the door on it. They worlded this out and let it go. They didn't deepen the connection. Tell me more. You already know this because you're moving on. Oh, boy. So this would have been a connection that was on again, off again, or friends with benefits or something like that. It was a very passionate connection, a lot of passion and desire for you. But to be honest, you're kind of showing up in this person's energy as someone cold, argumentative. You may like to argue or fuss. They don't like to deal with that. But at the same time, this person may have turned cold and just went totally cold and iced you out. Isn't that the weirdest thing? That is the weirdest feeling I'm getting. I'm getting that they turned cold and iced you out, cut ties, iced you out, cut off game, release this and let it go. And they're taking more of a protective stance. I don't know if that's because y'all had arguments or disagreements or something like that. But they also, at the same time, it's like their ego got hurt. Why? Well, if you're not getting what you want in a connection and you're done, you're realizing that it's not changing or evolving. What else can you do? This person might be watching you on social media and things like that, or getting information from family and friends about you. But other than that, they're stone cold, iced out. You would already know that, though. Like, why are we even here talking about this? What is up with this? So it looks like you're in the process of being happy with your decision to move on and leave this behind. Some of you may have had to do counseling or therapy. Some of you have finally made the decision to move on and to leave this alone and to just move on. Yeah. But I see that there was a lot of love on your side of the connection. A lot of love, a whole lot of love, a lot of caring, a lot of nurturing, a lot of giving. Not over giving, though. I do see that you didn't over give to this, because this could have been a friend. This could have been somebody you were just dating or starting to date or seeing where it would go. I do see a lot of compassion, a lot of care and kindness. However, from the other person, I'm seeing that it was slow and steady. However, it was just taking a long time to go anywhere. There was no emotional balance here. And at some point, someone became either impatient with the fact that it was going so slow and it wasn't growing, or it wasn't improving in some way. I got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, strong Sagittarius energy. This is not being able to have the heart-to-heart conversations, not being able to get on the same page, not being able to discuss the difficult things that need to be discussed, and to have those heart-to-heart conversations that heal and grow a relationship. I don't think this person was interested in an emotional connection at all. They're showing up as they were showing up as a Knight of Wands, which is not a bad thing. It just means somebody likes their freedom. They like to travel. They like to be doing their own thing. They're in and out. They travel from here to there. They do their own thing. They don't like to be tied down. Not normally. Yeah, so from this other person's side, I'm getting that you're wanting to leave this behind, and your heart is very strong, and you're wanting to move in a new direction. Very, very much so. Very solid decision. With boundaries in place, knowing what you want, knowing that you're ready for love, you're ready for a relationship. The other person was confused, and that confusion about what they wanted came across as being either manipulative, emotionally manipulative, uncaring, or argumentative. Could have been a lot of stalemates. Basically, you wouldn't know what this person wanted in a relationship because they themselves didn't know what they wanted in a relationship. They may have confused you on purpose. For some of you, you would know that. For others of you, it's a self-defense or a tactic that people protect their hearts because they don't want to get involved on a deeper level. A lot of defensiveness coming from this person. But you've recognized that you're ready to move on. It's like, I can love you. I do love you. I care about you. But I love myself first, and I put myself first, and I'm going to be happy moving on. I'm going to be happy wherever I go, wherever the universe sends me or takes me. I'm ready to travel in that direction. That's a very strong note from self. I'm ready to move on. All right. Well, the funny thing is this person is going to be coming back. Aries, Leo, Sag, Pisces, Leo. Isn't that funny? This person is very stoic. But they're going to be back. They're going to come back in at some point. And I don't know when that is. It could be years from now. It could be days, hours, days, weeks, months, years. It could be anything. But there will be a period of silence. There will be a period of zero communication and silence. So this person may have ghosted. Y'all may have separated. Or may be separating, whatever. But this person will come rushing in. They will come back for a second chance. When they do, I don't know where you're going to be, but it's almost as if when you finally detach and you totally let go, that's when they come in. When you finally totally just release and let go, that's when this person comes back in. Not a moment before. Golly. How it goes. You're ready for something new. Some of you may be in a new relationship. Some of you may be talking to somebody new, but you're ready for new. Because this was something that you really wanted and desired long term. This was a happily ever after that you really chose or you desired. And all of a sudden, you're having this epiphany that this isn't going to work out. It wasn't ever balanced out. It never balanced out. It wasn't working. So there you go. Like, you're ready to detach, let go, and completely move on to something new. Someone new. Talking to someone new. Establishing a new solid connection with someone you can trust. And realizing that this isn't nothing but a tower. You know, maybe things never worked out with this person. Maybe this person was never on your level. I don't know. Maybe they couldn't keep a job. Maybe you just never saw eye to eye with this person other than friendship or a basic dating scenario or something. But that tower is falling on the 10 of cups for this connection, and you're realizing it's never worked out. It's not working out. It's not going to work because two totally different energies. I have to say that your boundaries are much stronger now because of this connection. So this connection may have helped you strengthen your boundaries, strengthen your resolve, determine what kind of partner you do want in a relationship. I got Scorpio energy again, Aries, Cancer, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I will have to say, though, this person does feel defeated, like their ego was bruised, or they feel like a failure because I think this person knows they messed up in some way. Why is it that I'm feeling that? Why is that an undercurrent that I'm feeling? That's why things didn't transform. That's why things didn't progress. That's why things didn't move forward. Because this person has either some toxic behaviors, unhealthy behaviors, some limiting beliefs, or some fears or insecurities that keep them from transforming a connection or this connection. Capricorn, Virgo, Aquarius, Scorpio again. That's what, and they know it. So internally speaking, this person has realized or knows or will realize eventually that they either have some fears or toxic ways or behaviors that keep them from transforming a connection. That's something internal for them, and that's only something they can work on, whether it's insecurities or fears or beliefs or, you know, just different value system or some habits or some whatevers. They realize that that's them. I'm not saying you don't have issues either. Nobody's perfect. But that's what I was getting. Like, why do they feel defeated or defensive, and why is their ego hurt? Some of them realize that their own toxic ways or their own belief system or something like that was totally opposite. Okay. That's why things didn't balance out here in this connection. You are realizing it, though. You're having these epiphanies and these understandings, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you get to choose. We all get to choose. I don't feel like there's communication here with this person. I do feel like there is defensiveness a little bit on both sides, and I do feel like you're ready to free yourself from even the thoughts of this. Like, I'm learning my lessons and I'm moving on, which is good. That's good. That's cool. It's like, let me learn the lessons before I just move into something new. Angel of Balance. So you are at peace and in the process of forgiving yourself and this person for whatever has happened here. There could have been a lot of arguments, disagreements, there could have been a fight, a blow up, whatever. Definitely a disconnect. I love that you are in forgiveness. Shit, what are you manifesting? You are manifesting all sorts of possibilities and a contract. Walking away with a beautiful, beautiful energy. Let me tell you, one of the things that I am seeing here is absolutely one of the most valuable things you can do for yourself. This is forgiveness and understanding and peace within self for the situation, for the person. You're appreciating the lessons and the time with this person, and that leads you directly to a new beginning, a new pathway. It's beautiful. It actually balances your energies out and it moves you into an open heart space. So walking away from any anger, frustration, you feel how you feel, but in order to open up your heart space as a loving Queen of Cups, male or female, it opens you up to all sorts of possibilities in your future. And one of those being possibly marriage, binding contract marriage. Definitely victory in marriage. So you'll have some choices coming your way. If you don't already have them, they're going to be opening up for you. Like the doorways are going to start opening up for you very soon. And this isn't fake forgiveness. No, this is loving forgiveness. This is truly opening up your gifts and understanding that the longer you hate someone or are pissed off or frustrated with somebody, the more it holds you back. And this is a lovely Six of Swords here, coupled with all these angel cards. It's amazing how it's not easy to forgive. It's not easy to always look back and appreciate the gifts that you've been given or the things that you've gotten or gained from somebody. It's not always easy, but you're doing it. And that is actually helping you create your new possibilities. So when you're ready to open up that door and you're ready to connect and start communicating with somebody again, it's actually going to be so like the next person possibly. You're going to have options either way. There's something about the 6th. You may be 66. You may have been born on the 6th. There's something about 6. 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. I don't know. Just remember that. Something about the 6th is very important. But these options and opportunities are created by you because you're able to be happy in letting this person go. It's like, you know what? I really forgive this person. I've learned a lot from this person. Whatever it is you're doing, it actually builds you a beautiful pathway moving forward, which allows the universe to bring you blessings that you've been waiting for. And if you were dealing with somebody that was carrying around toxic behaviors, toxic whatevers, I got the devil out here. I got the King of Cups in reverse. I got the Queen of Swords in reverse for this person. I also got the Knight of Wands for this person. Doesn't make them a bad person. But if this person had an ego trip or an ego problem, or if this person was always defensive or moody or guarded, oh God, what are you going to do with that? That's not harmonious. You're looking for harmony. And you're not waiting for this person because you're realizing that this person won't change or they haven't changed. So a lot of you are like, I'm not going to juggle. I've already made the decision basically that this is not something I want to return to because nothing seems to change in the situation. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And you're doing it from a very strong standpoint within self. When you can release somebody with joy and happiness and forgiveness and love, and that takes a lot of strength. That takes a lot of strength, a lot of love, a lot of strength. That says a lot about the person that you are. I ain't saying that you ain't have grudges and you ain't been angry, but when you get to the point of forgiveness, you're there. You're opening the doorways to your own success and victory moving forward. There it is. Till next time, like, share, subscribe, join the tribe. Thank you so much for your donations of love. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching my content. And you're opening up the doorways to a very balanced, fair, balanced connection that you've been waiting for. That's what I got. Till next time, namaste.